Hi, welcome to week 11 of social studies. So, throughout the past several weeks, we have toured our continents. We have taken a look at different countries that are within those continents so we can get a better idea of what each continent in our world is like. So, as you're looking at this map, you can see our seven continents. We have toured South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, North America, and we will be coming back for one last trip to Asia today. We will be taking a look at China. Before we get into that, though, I want to kind of go over what we've learned over the past several months. We have taken a look at maps quite a bit, and we have learned that what we're looking at in front of us is a political map that shows us the outline of an area or the land masses so we can see what it looks like. The physical map is actually showing us rivers, lakes, mountains, other landmarks that we would be interested in. But we are looking at a political map. Now, I had mentioned to you also that when we were learning about maps, we learned about other things like lines, lines of longitude, lines of latitude. We've also talked about the equator, which is the middle part of our globe or our map. That is where it is the absolute warmest. So, as we have traveled through our continents, we have learned many things. Here in Africa, we learned they have very tropical temperatures because they are by the equator. We learned in South America that Brazil, the country we learned about, makes up over 50% of the entire continent of South Africa. We traveled to Europe and found that France is very similar to the United States, both in weather and with the how much their currency is worth. While we were in Europe, we learned about Russia. And when we learned about Russia, we learned not only is it in Europe, but it also extends over into Asia. We found out that Russia is the largest country in the world. We found out that 80% of Russia's people live in Europe, while only 20% live over here because this part of Russia is extremely cold, being that it is north and it is by the Arctic Ocean. We learned about India in southern Asia, we learned it is extremely warm because here's that equator, there's India. So it gets very, very dry, humid air. Mexico, very similar situation because it is by the equator, similar weather as well. Then we come back over to China. In China, I am extremely interested in seeing what you think about China. I learned so much about China just preparing for this lesson that I really think you're going to find out some cool information about it. I'm not going to mention anything more about China, but I will tell you that next week we have 2 days of school for week 12.